Guys, it's you-know-who from you-know-where. The videos have kind of come fast and furious in the last few days, and that's because I'm anticipating I will be moving to the night shift for some important work that needs to take place. But following my BRH video, Mostafa's sweating me. He really wants me to test this spring, so I'm just gonna do a short little test here. I'm gonna fire 5 rounds on my FSC TIPX combination with the 14-inch smoothbore lap coat, 850 psi output. This tank is 2000 psi. It's a 26 CI, so that is going to equate to a few more shots than if you were 2000 psi and a 13 CI. Things to note: Home Defense 24 silicone bumper, John Wixon M17 detent, and the TIPX spring in this marker is still the same one that you saw in another video that looked like I should probably throw it in the garbage. Known FPS with this bottle, this barrel, and HP 68s was 400 feet per second. I did see a 398, but it was 400, 402, 410 even. So the spring checks out in measurements. I mean, in the reality, at the end of the day, you also don't want it to cut your power. So that is all I'm testing for here is, does it hold the same velocity as the factory spring or the spring combination that I am running currently. So and then I will switch it on camera for you guys. I brought my pick out. We'll just do a quick little tabletop dirty chronograph. Oh, safety. 402. $382. And I heard a twang in there. I don't know, that could be that spring, guys. I think it's starting to catch on the sear because the coils are really out of place. These hot shots, I don't know if you can detect it, but there's no clanging when that's actually occurring. It was that one dud there. These ones are nice and clean. So 404. Now let's swap the spring over quick and we'll see how it compares. And where did my discharge mat go? You guys might not notice it sometimes, but I like to discharge the marker when I'm dry firing into something padded like this. Reason for that is you're not free airing your bolt. Not such a big deal with an M17, as I demonstrated in another video where I emptied the entire tank at 1000 psi with no magazine whatsoever. These things are practically bulletproof. So, got her degassed. Just gonna set my bottle over here. And I will turn the camera down here so you guys can see what I'm doing. It's not gonna be very educational, but I just wanted to see you witness me change the spring. And take my spectacles off there. So I am taking spring, so I'm gonna put the marker in semi. Oh, I got magnets on this side. Why not use them? Pull the washers off. I don't know if any of you guys notice, I use little poly or little Delrin or plastic, whatever the hell you want to call them, washers on this particular one. The gap between where the where the cotter pin actually goes on, and it was causing those metal washers to rattle. My other M17 does not do that, but this one did, so I just switched to plastic. So I'm silent but deadly. All right, pull it out. We'll just do a quick inspection while we're here. So the FSC spring is still golden, still golden. Yeah, it's a lot more obvious now when you actually look at the TIPX spring on the bolt. You can see it almost looks like a whisk, like an egg whisk. The center section has gotten fat. You can see this coil has some extra separation here. So that's pretty much done. But here's what you wanted to see was the new Mostafa bolt spring. And I should put a little bit of lube on it. They came in a very lubricated bag, obviously, to prevent rusting as they traveled from some far off land. You see, I put it on my fingertips like that. And I just rub it. Oh no! Right. Oh, there we go. Just kidding. Little Chinese finger trip. No. I should have brought something to wipe my hands, but in any case, nope, I have to wipe my hands. Otherwise, that marker is going to slip right out like a greased up deaf guy. Okay. Bolt spring first. And I almost guarantee that is going to be too much pressure for me to push this in with the HD bumper on there because, as I've said already, the extra spring pressure causes it to swell and then it won't actually fit through the hole in the receiver. So the method to get it in, well, I got this off because I've been wailing on this marker. Oops. Just checking the guide pin. It is straight. It's not loose. 2 halves of the bolt aren't loose. I still need that paper towel. So I'm gonna stick my bolt in. I'll leave it in fire, get it by the sear. Put safety on, and then get my finger out of there. Once the bolt is in place, then I don't have to push so hard on the heat core and deform that washer. So, and you can see, oh, well, maybe, see how close the tolerance is on that silicone washer, which is good. You want that. I think that seal is what's helping stop that puff in the back. So whatever it does, if anything, I like it. I want this back together like this. Pull it. Boy, that spring is strong. Oh. Holy smokes. It is brand new. It'll probably break in a little bit. Put my cotter pin back in here. Oh, shooting it across the room, hopefully. I'll try this side. All right. Pin number 2. Washer, cotter pin. I don't know if you guys notice, I kind of talk to myself. It's kind of how I remember the order things go. I speak out loud like I'm crazy, but it works. All right, there we go. Back together. So there are 5 shots remaining in this G-Mag. Safety's on. We'll just put my oil back here. Tip you guys back up. Whoa. Who's that heavy breather? Whew, jeez. That is going inside. All right. Ideally, we'd want to see 400s, 390s and up. Now there's some give and take with anything, you know, springs, pressure, this, that. And to me right now, this spring is completely unknown. And if, for instance, my other spring combination that's in my other marker, my other M17 started to deform like this, and I'm not running high pressure through that particular marker, there has to be some concessions made. And I'm speaking before I've even fired this spring. But for instance, if it shot 385, 390, but remained 100% reliable, obviously it's a winner, right? Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that you're going to take a loss, but you're going to get reliability. And in the end, that's really what we need for any of these markers. Humorex, First Strike, and if you haven't noticed, they all have issues. To think that they don't is foolish, because that is what is going to get you in trouble. All right, enough chit chat. Let's see what it does. Oh. Mostafa spring, HP 68s. Eh? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Interesting. I had a similar drop that my other spring had. And a rise. 892. $84. 392. So after you fire a couple, you can see kind of, you can kind of see this, kind of see the sweet spot there. And that was the last one. And funny enough, guys, I don't proclaim to be an expert at all, but I've been doing this long enough now, and don't get me wrong, it was like an educated guess at best when I said if this spring does 390, that's an acceptable number. Yeah, and then you just see there like 384 to 392. It had a 396 in there. That's when you first crack the marker. They tend to do that. So it is well within specs of being a good option. Obviously that other spring combination did a little bit better, but as I said, there's some give and takes. You may have to make concessions, and while I have tested that spring combination, that particular one that was in this for 750 plus shots, the other marker I have not. It's just over 100 shots on the same spring combination, that marker. So now is probably a good time that I can start running rounds through this to try and catch up to that one. And then maybe, you know, when I reach around 500 shots, I can have a look at both these springs, and we can also do another shootout and compare the numbers after, you know, a certain period of time has passed and the spring has gone through hundreds of cycles. So watch for the new videos. Like I said, I am switching to a night crew for a few days, so I think I dumped enough of them out there in the last few days that they should keep you guys busy. And yeah, we'll see you guys real soon. Thanks.